Hi, Michael.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Not too bad. So, today's topic is about some people's inventions and what they've done for society because they probably shaped society one way or another because without them maybe we wouldn't have a lot of things that we do have today.
Okay, I hear your cat again.
Yeah, yeah, he will quiet. What? Just
He,
okay.
he also wants to speak English, right?
Yeah, honestly, I think he's a student now, really. I mean, he thinks I understand him, but unfortunately, I don't understand kitty language. I try to find a tutor for it, but you can't find one. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to teach kitty talk.
Okay.
All right, hello there. How are you? Kaktila.
I'm fine, thanks. And
Hello.
how
What
are
is
you?
your name? I can't read Cyrillic really too good.
Vitaly. My name
Vitaly.
is Vitaly.
Vitaly. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Vitaly?
I'm from Russia, Железноводsk.
Where is this? I never heard of it.
Caucasus mineral waters.
Mineral.
Caucasus.
Okay.
You
But
know? Caucasus.
no. What is this?
Mountains. On the south, mountains.
Mountains in the south.
Chechnya, do you know?
Oh, Chechnya, I know.
It's not far from there.
So it's not far from there because Russia's a big country.
Yes.
It's almost the size of the world if you look at it, right? So it's hard to know where there's so many cities, right? So today's topic is about people and their inventions. So we're going to talk about some inventions now. I'm actually going to go through a list because without those today, well, maybe we would have a lot of technology. So, chewing gum. Do you know what chewing gum is?
Жевательная резинка. Yeah, I know. Chewing gum.
So, when did chewing gum come into effect into Ukraine? When did you first hear about it?
Chewing gum.
You know what it is, chewing gum?
Yes, I know. Chewing gum. Bubble gum, chewing gum. Yes.
Yeah, it's still gum. Right? It's gum is gum. But when did it, Ivan? I mean, anyone. When did you first hear about gum? When was it available in Eastern Europe? You know, when was the first time you seen it in the supermarket? Do you remember?
I remember it was I was very young. I was like 7 years old, something like this, when I saw the first time the chewing gum.
Okay, so it was invented by Thomas Adams, right? One of those another American inventors. So actually, there's a huge factory in Canada too that produces. There's a monopoly that produces for his factories. So personally, I hate gum. I wish it was something that was never invented. What do you feel?
Why? Why?
Because it's bad for you.
Why it's bad?
Because there's a lot of sugar in it.
There are a lot of gum without sugar.
Believe me, if there's aspartame in it, that's still not good for you.
Hi, Tatiana. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Oh, Tatiana.
Sometimes I've heard that for especially for women is good to chewing gum because it makes your muscles stronger and you look more younger.
Your jaws?
Yeah, but I don't like chewing gum.
I know that when you have to chew the gum after you eat something because it helps the digestion.
Okay, I never heard that, but I know they put a lot of stuff. Look at the ingredients on bubble gum. The stuff is in a babushka factory, you're a scientist laboratory. I don't think it's good for you. I mean, some people, You're not supposed to eat gum, too. It doesn't digest. But, hey, it was by Thomas Adams as well. So, everyone has a cell phone, right?
Sure.
Everyone has a cell phone. What came before the cell phone? What came before the cell phone?
Cell phone.
Home telephone,
Yeah, the
Portable.
landline.
Home line.
home line.
Home line. When did you? Well, I guess the phone line has in the USSR times. It was available for many years. I don't know. When did the telephone come out in the USSR? Does anyone remember?
No.
Nobody
After
knows.
October Revolution.
Yeah,
Or maybe before.
1917 or 1916.
Okay, yeah, maybe yeah, in the USSR. Well, it was invented Alexander Graham Bell.
Bell, yes.
Bell. Well, we have Bell Canada, Bell in America, right? So, I mean, he was a Canadian. When did you?
Right.
I guess the phone line has in the USSR times. It was available for many. I hear myself. I don't know. When did the telephone come out?
Татьяна, у вас включена веб.
Ага, все, так, выключила.
Окей.
Не знаю. I don't know.
Hello.
Hello.
So think about the things. If we never had a phone, how would we be communicating with people? Think
By
about
letter?
if we never had Alexander Graham Bell.
By letters, maybe.
That would keep Babushka at the post very busy.
Yes.
There was a commercial actually on the Canadian show, how they communicating through the ocean all the way to the other side. Like, and the kid was like, "You communicated with someone like that?" Yeah. So that was interesting. Now we take the phone for an advantage of the phone. I mean, pretty much everyone in Ukraine now has a cell phone, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's cheap. I mean, I don't know. What do you think will happen after the cell phone? Do you think what kind of new communication will there be that is not based on cellular technology? Does anyone have any ideas?
I think that it's gonna be free. Our communication will be free. It comes to this, now we are talking for free, right? We have Skype where we will talk for free. So I think that the communication between people in future will be for no charge.
For no charge. Well, we do that because it uses the internet, right? So, internet. I mean, bandwidth is cheap. It wasn't always cheap before. It was really expensive. Right? Crayons. When you were a kid, anyone when you were a kid, did you use crayons?
Could you write this word?
Yeah, I
yourself?
will. Yeah, I will.
Oh, yes.
Yes, like pencil.
No, that's pencil crayons. There's a difference. Crayons are those thick ones that kids used to write on the wall with. Crayola. Does anyone
Chalk. Chalk? Piece of chalk?
Chalk.
like chalk? It's not chalk. I don't know what I'm not a scientist. It's like does everyone know the company Crayola?
Yes.
Yeah, Crayola, I think, was the first who invented it. So the co-inventor was Edward Binney. All right, he again another American names. Americans, I guess, invented a lot of the stuff. Crayola crayons. So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think crayons helped us be artistic when we were young? What did we use before crayons? I'm thinking chalk. Does everyone know what chalk is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
We
said
know what
chalk
chalk
and
is.
you say no.
Sorry?
I said chalk. You said
Chalk, yes, chalk.
Yeah.
But Michael, what's the difference between crayon and chalk?
Chalk is more like a powder base. Okay? Crayons are more, I think, oil-based because they're more oil. I don't even know what they're made of, to be honest with you. I did, how it's made. So, when did you first use crayons? Anyone? Can anyone tell it? Tetrana? Anyone? When did you first start using crayons? Do you remember?
18 years, maybe.
1980.
Mhm.
Now, you know, like they had crayons with lead in them, and I remember, you know, that's not good because children, everyone knows what lead is. Lead. You know, it's the stuff that you find in pencil. So kids were playing with that, and it wasn't. It's bad for your health. So that was Edward Binney. What about commercialized food? I mean, when I say commercialized food, what do you think what am I talking about? What do you think?
What commercial?
Commercialized food.
Fast food?
No.
Commercialize.
Someone. Someone speak. Someone tell me what they think. There's two Teutonas, right? I think. Is it?
Yes.
Is it the same? Yeah, the same. I'm just looking at the name here. No idea. I'm saying commercialized. What does commercialized mean?
Maybe it's something like franchising. No.
Like
Yeah.
advertisement. Like advertisement.
Mass market. Mass market.
Oh. Yes. No. Like franchising. Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I think of franchise, I'm thinking French fries restaurant or something like that, right? So, anyone take a guess what I'm talking about? Commercialized food. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Nobody.
Nobody knows. Okay, fine. I'll explain.
Maybe spicy is not.
Oh, no. Frozen food.
Oh,
How do preparation of the frozen food? It's very common in America. You know, like, you don't need to make anything. Just put it in the microwave, and for 5 minutes you got your meal.
Полуфабрикат, что ли, на русском?
You know what I mean?
Yes, we know.
Now we know.
And how much of this do you see in the market? How much do you see this in the supermarket? I really, in Ukraine, I don't see it as like in North America.
I think quite a lot in Ukraine.
In Ukraine, maybe some pizzas, penne. I don't know if that's I guess that is commercialized food, but I mean in America it's bad. It's really because there's too much of it. People don't need to cook anymore. So that was made. Yep.
We have like some sea products, vegetables, and it's quite popular in our country, especially I think in big cities now.
I know, but again, and this is an American invention, right? And I think it does more harm for you because I think it's loaded with a bunch of garbage in there. They bring all this stuff to other countries and to make people sick, so they die at an early age. I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking, because...
This kind of food.
Sorry?
We don't, I, for example, don't eat this kind of food.
So who eats this type of food then? Because everyone tells me they don't eat this type of food.
I eat only fresh food.
Me too. From Babushka.
Babushka eat.
Babushka makes fresh food. She doesn't believe in commercial stuff. When was the last time you saw Babushka at McDonald's?
McDonald's.
So, Clarence Birdseed it was commercial frozen food. Remember, you don't have to prepare it, it's prepared for you. That's when America started becoming lazy. Okay, everyone knows what a marshutka bus is, correct? Yeah?
Yes.
Of course, I'm thinking. Air conditioning. How common is air conditioning in Ukraine? Because on a marshutka bus there is no air conditioning.
Oh.
Yes, we have windows.
Windows? That's not air conditioning.
No. In my town there are lots of marshutka conditioner.
Where?
Nalchik.
Not in Kiev.
North Caucasus region, near Mineralные воды. If you know this region.
No, I don't.
Elbrus Mountain.
I want a marshutka with air conditioning.
maybe marshrutka with air conditioning exist only between cities, for example, Kiev, Poltava, Kiev, Kharkiv, or something like this.
I know, but when you're on the tram, and there's hundreds of people, maybe 30 or 40 people on there, and Babushka is sweating like this, and she's gonna fall down. And there's no air conditioning. You want to do something, you know? Especially it's been hot over the last couple of weeks. Besides the rain.
Ukrainian reality.
Ukraine.
You couldn't do something to help yourself.
What would we do without air conditioning?
Could you repeat?
What would we do without air conditioning?
My room, for example, my flat without air conditioned. I have a big, huge pine tree in front of my house, and it's like natural air condition.
They say air conditioning is not good for you. I heard something about that. You know, like from the Freon or something like that, the refrigerant. It's not good for you to breathe in that stuff.
Yes, it's maybe asthma.
Asthma, people who have asthma. And the marshrutka bus driver, sometimes he opens up the doors, and when he's driving, he calls that air conditioning too. But I couldn't live without air conditioning. What about you guys? Well, I have to have it. You guys?
I also don't have an air condition in my flat, so it's just
Me
like
too. Me too.
a style of life.
It's quite
But wait a
cold
minute.
now
If you live, oh, sorry, continue.
It's quite cold. It's quite cold summer we have now.
What's the temperature there?
About 18, 16 degrees.
In the daytime.
Now.
Okay, what about a week ago?
20, 25. When it's raining now.
Yeah, no,
where do you live, Vitaly?
Huh?
Where do you live?
Железноводск. Кавказские минеральные воды.
Just like my neighbor.
Мальчик, привет.
Okay.
quite
Виталий, а можете чуть микрофон ниже, потому что чуть плохо слышно вас.
It's quite cold here now.
Oh, thank you.
Very cold summer. We don't need air conditioning now.
You're lucky. Very lucky. But if you live, let me get this straight though. But if you live in an apartment, it's usually cool there because of the concrete or the cement too.
Yeah.
Because in a house, like in Canada, it's more brick. And for some reason, the windows absorb more of the heat, I'm thinking. But like, yeah, in apartments in Kiev, that's cement. It's cold. It's usually really, really cold. So I don't need an air conditioning too. But in a house, I think it's if you have a house and it's not cement, you need air conditioning. And it was made by a Central Air, or no, not Central Air Conditioning was made by Willis Carrier. He invented Carrier air conditioners. So if has anyone heard of Carrier before?
No.
No?
No.
It's not common here. You guys probably heard about LG. Sorry?
Creon?
No, Carrier. It is the manufacturer, and it's named after the inventor of the air conditioning. Who uses Scotch tape here? Does anyone know what Scotch tape is?
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Yes.
I hope so. Tetrana, how often do you use Scotch tape? What do you use it for? You must use it for something.
Which one, Tatiana? Which
Any.
Often, especially at work, sometimes you need a scotch to just to connect some pieces of papers. I think
Some ripped papers maybe.
yeah.
Like glue.
Glue is sticky. Glue is too sticky.
No, if I want, for example, to glue my box, I can use what you say? What does it say?
Scotch tape.
The same, like in Russia, Scotch.
I think it's the same. I don't know. It was invented. The guy was named Richard Drew, and he worked at 3M, so the manufacturer of 3M. So they invented a lot of stuff. And what about computer mouse? I mean, everyone still uses a mouse, no?
I don't use.
Oh my God, you don't use it. Why don't you?
No, I needn't because now I'm my laptop on my knees and I needn't use mouse.
But think about it. If you never had so you're using your touchpad.
Yeah.
So if we never had a mouse, I don't think we would have a touchpad. Do you know?
In English, touchpad.
Touchpad.
Hatch.
Touchpad. Touchpad.
Touchpad. Yeah. Okay.
Touchpad. Who uses a mouse though here? Anyone?
No.
I prefer a mouse. Why do you prefer a mouse? Look, I got a nice little mousey here.
Michael, I have such a mouse like you.
My mouse is bigger than your mouse. So why is a mouse better than a touchpad? I'll give my reason later, but I want to hear some people's reasons.
It's more convenient. More comfortable.
Okay. Comfortable.
Comfortable, yeah.
I find my finger, all day like this, touch that, it gets sore after a while. And does anyone use a wired mouse still, or are they using wireless?
Wireless. I have wireless one.
Yeah, I remember the days of getting the wired caught in something. So it was invented by Douglas C. Engelbart. Okay, so again, this was during the Xerox days. Television. Who still watches television? Who still has a picture tube TV?
I don't watch TV.
Why not? Everyone watches TV.
No, I don't watch because I think that it's waste of time to watch TV.
Yeah.
It's better to
The
improve
same.
yourself.
But everybody watched TV in the day.
Okay, I don't watch.
Why not me?
Yeah.
Sometimes when I have free time, I can watch maybe some musical channels, especially when you are doing housework, and it's very convenient that it's like a radio.
But you
Like a
have to
radio,
reset
sure.
and
I use
of
computer
course.
like radio, like television, like everything.
But I think with the TV, some things like you can't make a decision, so the TV makes a decision for you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know what you want to watch. And then you end up watching a Soviet movie that's very sad.
Mhm.
No, there's always a Soviet movie where it's like life back in the day, but some of those movies are actually better than some Americans too. But I don't know, I think the TV is still the king. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it influences us a lot, but you have to refrain from it because you have to think with your own head.
Yeah, but
Not,
people still waste their time.
Yeah, that's because they have a lot of time.
I mean, how many people have used YouTube now to replace their television? Come on, someone who watches YouTube TV shows on YouTube. Anybody? No?
Sometimes.
I'm watching.
What are you watching?
Yeah, I watch different kind of, like for example, Comedy Club sometimes, not very often, but sometimes. If I want to, как сказать, вспомнить?
Remember.
Remember.
Remember это запомнить, надо запомнить, да? Или remember это вспомнить?
Recall.
Recall. Да, recall. If I want to, if I recall some funny situation and some in Comedy Club, I'm turning on YouTube and watch it. So I think it's okay to watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, what about the news? I mean, sometimes you can't believe everything you hear on the news. That could be an issue for some people. Who watches the news now on the internet versus their TV?
I don't.
I read news, don't watch.
Oh, okay. You don't watch. All right. For some people, I guess it's more convenient. But the problem is before in the day, you only heard stuff based on what you watch. Now we're in a society where you can find out information through other ways. So maybe that's better. The better side of internet versus regular television. I don't know. But in the future, are people? What do you think? You think television will cease and desist? It won't be made anymore, or do you think people in Ukraine and Russia will still be buying televisions?
It depends on the period of time. I think that maybe in 50 years, people, especially in Ukraine, in Russia, they will still buy some TV, and especially elder people, pensioners, because they don't have internet and they can't use computers.
Yeah. Mary, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Sorry, I didn't catch you there. So, what do you think? I mean, do you have a television?
Mary, for you. Question for you.
I don't watch TV. I use internet.
You use the internet?
Yes.
So I'm just thinking, I mean, who are these people buying 3D televisions? You know, because, I don't know, I see a lot of 3D televisions being sold now, so it's just a fad. You know, you had the picture tube, then you had plasma, then LCD, and the big projector. I'm waiting for something, you know, even bigger. So the TV was invented by Philo T. Farnsworth. And actually, I remember reading something about, you know, him creating something based from the picture tube. All right. Who in the Soviet days? What did they use for dolls? Did girls play with dolls back in the Soviet days? Did you have dolls?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of dolls. And even speaking dolls we have. Like, no, not speaking, but crying dolls, yeah.
Oh, no. Who wants crying dolls? But you never had Barbie, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yes, in Soviet Union, yes.
When was Barbie popular? When did that come out? Because I see it in the store now. Ken and Barbie?
In 1990s, I think.
So right after the big wall comes down and Mattel gets in there. Well, what do you think of Barbie? I mean, is this something girls? Is it a fad, or is this just big in America? You think? Because I don't see anybody buying them. Tetran.
Can you repeat one more time the question?
I asked you, what do you think about Barbie dolls? Do you think girls from the former Soviet Union, it's something popular, or do you think it's just an Americano thing?
I think they were pretty popular, and maybe the main difference was in their quality, because Soviet Union dolls were not so elegant, maybe so fragile. Like,
were they pretty?
Yeah, no, they were pretty, but maybe Barbies, they have like a skin, oh, no, not skin, but как будет внешность?
Appearance.
Yes, they have more pretty appearance, like a model appearance.
I noticed that Barbie always has makeup on. You know, I think they should tone down the makeup. I notice every year she has more makeup on.
And you know, now it's sometimes in some countries I think it's very popular. Even or elder girls, they are trying to be like Barbies. They are making lips. They are making some cheeks, their breasts like Barbie's had, and they wear is a special style.
Actually, there's a girl from Ukraine. She wanted to look like a Barbie doll. Does anyone remember her? Does everyone know what I'm talking about? The crazy cuckoo girl that wanted to look like a Barbie doll?
I only see she on the picture.
She looks like I thought it was a Barbie doll. What did you think?
It's awful.
Who's this? I like that. Why would someone want to look like a Barbie doll? Do they want to look plastic? What's wrong with this person? No comment.
Maybe.
No comment.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Yeah, I'm just asking. She was from Ukraine, and people were like, so that's how Ukrainian girls look like. Wow, no, that's just one. So there was a mistake there. It was invented by Ruth Handler, the Barbie doll. Right? Too blonde for me. How did they have a Polaroid instant picture to make pictures? Polaroid. Does everyone remember Polaroid?
Yes,
Yeah.
we remember.
Who had a Polaroid camera?
I had.
You have?
Yes, I had.
And
You still
when
have? Still use it?
No, it was a mistake. I had.
What
I
happened
think
to it?
now we don't use it because we don't have a cassette for this Polaroid photo. Yes.
the cassette, yeah.
Yes.
When was Polaroid? When did it come out in Ukraine? I'm guessing 1991 too, or
Yes.
In 1990.
Everything came to us in 1991.
all right. So when was it popular till? Because I heard Polaroid was wow. People like, oh my God, bullshit, look
Like
at
a
this.
miracle.
Sorry.
Like a miracle.
Like a miracle. But there were disadvantages of using Polaroid. Does anyone remember the disadvantages? Do people, Tetran, do you still have Polaroid images, or are they gone?
Gone.
They're disappearing, yeah.
Aha!
Yeah.
I heard they all disappeared. What happened there? A ghost did it. So yeah, Polaroid. I don't think they make the film anymore. I don't think it's even available. So it was invented by Edwin Hubert Land. Another American, right? Some Canadians in here, somewhere, like Alexander Graham Bell. Who has a microwave oven? A lot of Ukrainians still don't believe in using a microwave. I don't like a microwave. Who has a microwave here, first of all?
I use it convenient.
I use it every day.
Could you live without a microwave?
Without microwave, yes, we can, but it's very comfortable. It's very convenient to.
Well, how many people actually cook using the microwave? Because that could be a different story. You do use it just to heat up or to cook?
Yes, for heat up. Just only for heat up.
For heating up.
For heating up, yes.
I think it's great for heating up. Who else has one? Tetrana, what do you do with your microwave? What do you put in there? Coffee?
No, I also use it for heating some soups, some dishes.
I heard though it takes the energy out of the food. Did anyone hear about that?
Yeah, I didn't use.
Is that why you don't use it, because it takes the energy out?
Yeah,
It's nonsense, I think.
How is it so fast? What is it? A miracle machine? It's a nuclear machine.
Yeah.
It's a no, okay. But you know, it's a lot of people, like in America, you'll find microwaves everywhere, but people use it to cook food, and I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good to cook with at all. Microwave was invented by Percy Spencer. People try to fix them, but they get electrocuted, so because of the high voltage. What about blue jeans? I heard blue jeans back in the no one wore blue. Were there blue jeans back in the 1980s? Did anyone wear those?
Yes.
80s.
Blue jeans? You mean?
Blue jeans.
Это варенки, да, вот всякие?
Pants.
Pants, jeans.
Yes.
Blue.
1980.
In 1980s.
So that's when you first saw them, or when they? I mean, I guess they became popular.
They became popular in 1980s in Russia, I know. In Soviet Union.
All right, and Levi's. I guess Levi's is a popular brand, is it?
Yes, Levi's, Montana.
Wrangler.
Wrangler, yeah. But it's very expensive in Ukraine.
Yes.
Not only in Ukraine.
$1,000 maybe. $200. No. $200, $100. But the salary was $100.
So I see usually maybe for 600 hryvnia some jeans. I think that's too expensive. Who would pay $100 for jeans?
Me.
Me too.
Why?
It's normal cost.
Because they're in fashion. That's why.
In fashion. It's made in a Chinese sweatshop. How is that in fashion?
Oh, no.
Why do people wear jeans now that have holes in them? They have more holes in them than Swiss cheese. I think a mouse got in there.
Jeans is very comfortable because you needn't iron them.
I agree. I know some people who iron their jeans, but that's another issue. But I mean, the jean style has changed over the years, but I don't know. I see a lot of people now, they have a lot of holes in their jeans. And I thought they were poor people at first, but the second thought they said it's a new trend. So, and it's not Levi's anyway. So, but Levi's very expensive in Ukraine compared to Canada. And guess who it was invented by? Levi Strauss.
Yes.
Huh?
In Russian, Levi Strauss.
Strauss.
Levi Strauss.
Strauss, yeah, really?
We said like that, Levi Strauss. But in fact, it's true, Levi Strauss. Yeah? Levi's. Levi's.
Levi's the first name.
Yeah.
Strauss, I'm thinking ostrich. Strauss.
Are you Russian? Are you Russian? Your babushka Russian?
Who drives the car here? Anyone? Who drives the machina?
I drove, but now I don't drive.
Cruise control. Did you ever use cruise control? Do you know what that is? We talked about this actually in last class when we were talking about machinas.
I never used it.
No?
No.
I don't know. I guess it's popular. People who are lazy and want to put their hands behind their head and press the cruise control so the car can go straight forward. I don't see the purpose of cruise control, really. Can anyone have their own opinion? Nobody?
No.
But everyone knows what it is, right?
No, I don't know what this.
So you press the button on the like usually on the steering wheel, and it goes at the same speed. It's a constant speed the car goes. So whatever speed you're at, and you press the cruise control, it stays at that speed. So usually it's good for highways.
It's not good for Ukrainian roads.
Well, not good for Ukrainians, period. So it was made by Ralph Titor. All right. Handheld games. Does everyone remember the guy who made Tetris? Does everyone remember Tetris?
Yes. Tamagotchi, Tetris.
Who was Tetris invented by? Does anyone know?
No.
No, we don't know.
In Japan?
No.
Canada.
A Russian guy invented it.
A Russian guy?
A Russian guy invented Tetris.
Who?
I forget his name. Vladimir something.
But maybe he lives in Japan.
No, this was in the 80s. He invented Tetris, and he wanted to make money. But guess what happened to him when he wanted to make money?
He died.
No, they didn't kill him.
Yes.
The,
Mafia killed him.
using Call of Duty, yes, no.
Automat Kalashnikov.
The USSR said they took it from him, the design and everything like that, because he wanted to make money. Because in the USSR days, you weren't allowed to make profit off of something, right? As I see. So now he works for Microsoft, and Tetris is everywhere. It was on, and it was actually based on Game Boy. Does everyone know what a Game Boy is? Have they heard about it? Nobody knows?
Heard about what? Game Boy?
Game Boy.
No.
Remember, and does everyone know Nintendo?
Oh.
Yes, Nintendo.
It was the small version of that. And it was like great. I guess video games, those small ones, weren't popular back in the day. Nobody had those. Maybe not. But I just thought, sharing it on the list. The Game Boy was made by Gunpei Yokoi. Obviously a Japanese guy made it. Japanese make a lot of stuff. So he created the Game Boy, Virtual Boy, Famicom, Metro series, I don't know, Mitsubishi, blah, 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 blah. So he created, looks like he created a lot of things. And most of these inventors going through the list, they have invented a lot of stuff by the seams. Post-it notes. Who still uses Post-it notes?
Post-it notes?
I use.
What is it? Post-it notes.
Explain.
Yellow
What's not?
Post-it.
Post-it notes.
Post-it notes.
Why do we still use this when we have computers to write notes?
Because
Maybe-
we haven't got civilization.
Civilization?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Civilization didn't reach my country, my region. Why 2 days ago I got a letter.
What?
I've got a letter, post-it note.
An actual letter.
Yeah. No, letter, American pronunciation. Letter. But letter in English, it's meaning the different meaning letter.
Okay, but you're talking a letter. Okay, but you're saying it's not common to get a letter anymore? In
Yes.
Canada, we send letters all the time to people.
Okay, we sent, we get.
All right. So, Post-it notes. I mean, usually people put them on their computer. Where else could you put Post-it notes?
Could you repeat?
Where else can you put Post-it notes? Usually some people, well, most people, they put them on their computer monitor.
Yes, near the working table, on the walls, near the working place.
Oh, why even put it there when you'll probably forget about it? I forget. I don't understand. If something needs to remind me, if it's something important, won't you, by putting it on your computer, forget about it?
I don't know why they use computers.
Miguel, what do you use? What do you use to write things down?
I use it's an electronic calendar. It's like Google Calendar, but sometimes I use Post-it when I write the short message for me. It's not very important things.
With all those nice colors?
Yeah, what?
Not with all those nice colors?
Yes, yes. It's I don't know why I use, but if you have a post-it on the table, it's very simple to write it. Write the message for yourself. Yes.
Anyone else use Post-it? Mary, you don't talk much. Are you there?
Maybe Mary sleep.
Mary, spit, sleeping? No.
No, I'm here.
Ah.
Проснулась.
You scared me.
I
No.
post notes on my fridge sometimes.
Do you look at your fridge often?
Yeah, very often.
Very often.
I skip the fridge. At the side of the fridge and never look at it, like it's not there. Mary, how do you remember things? Do you have Post-it? Do you have a calendar? Some people have a calendar on their wall.
Так, I have a calendar and post-it notes because I writing important things for me in как?
On it.
On it.
On it, yes, on it. В общем, вот так.
So it was invented by a guy named Art Fry. Art Fry, what's it say about him here? He tried to bookmark something, he couldn't. And again, all these guys, 3M, it was 3M who made the Post-it. It's a registered trademark. You can't use it because it's trademarked by 3M. So Post-it was actually, I guess they had glue on it or adhesive tape, and 3M made a patent for it. So, like any big company, they like to take over and do their own thing with it. One other one. Yes, okay, in Ukraine, where do you see, or in Russia, a drive-in theater? These are awesome. I like these things, a drive-in theater. Do they exist?
No, I haven't seen one.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
Movie theaters, you mean like
a
cinemas?
Movie theater outside. You drive with your car. You watch it inside your car.
I know. I have never seen in our
Mary,
country.
have you seen any of these? Mary?
No.
No? Teatara? No?
I know one of these cinemas was in the Kiev, but I don't know what happened with them with it now.
Oh no! I've already seen one in Sochi this year. I see one. I saw one.
On Olympic Games?
Yeah. After Olympic Games.
After, okay.
After Olympic Games, I saw one.
I don't know. I mean, that was an American thing again, and it was really popular. I think it'd be a great idea, because who wants to go to a movie theater next to an alcoholic? You know, all the time I'm in the movie theater, I'm beside alcoholics for some reason. If you're in your car, an alcoholic can't go in your car unless the doors are open. So, and you can listen to the movie. Does anyone know how you listen to the movie?
On the radio.
Exactly. Should be a perfect idea. Babushka can come around giving you popcorn. I like that idea. Perfect. So it was invented by, what was his name again? It was invented by Richard M. Hollingshead. So it was, drive-in theaters were very popular back in the 50s. Really, very, very popular. In the cold, Russia, very cold, especially Siberia. Too cold for me. In Ukraine, Kiev, it's not as bad, I don't think, as Siberia, but it can be very cold. How do people keep warm? What do they wear to keep them warm in the wintertime? Because there's a connection here I'm going to make. What do you use to keep warm? Mary. To keep warm.
Mary, you use something, maybe, а как шуба?
Fur coat.
Fur coat.
A fur coat. Real animal or fake animal?
And fur hat.
And fur hat. What about your ears? What do you do for your ears?
Your hat.
Fur hat for our ears.
You know, I seen in the Soviet movies like this, that people have this fur thing that goes around. What do you call this thing? It looks very warm.
Шапка-ушанка.
Well, that's what we need in Canada. Heck, we get a cold in Canada. But Ukrainian people, Russian people, you never hear, it's called earmuffs. Do you know what earmuffs are? Wait, I'll write it. No one ever heard about them.
Yeah, of course.
No.
Very popular, especially among teenagers.
All right, so I mean, I like that that Soviet style that hat. That's I think that's real musket or something like that. So earmuffs was invented by Chester Greenwood, and it makes sense because nobody had a way to keep their ears warm. You would get frostbitten. Everyone knows what frostbitten is? Nobody? What is frostbitten? Someone tell me.
Frost?
Frostbitten.
I don't know.
Отмороженный, что ли?
Oh. How do
You
you
know when
spell
your
it?
ears get cold, really cold, they're gonna come off.
Mm.
Ну,
Отморожение.
отмороженное.
They get red. They get very red, and they're so cold that they're gonna come off. They feel like they're gonna freeze to death. We call it frostbitten.
Frostbitten.
It's nerve damage,
Oh.
usually.
I get it.
Uh-huh.
Going back to the kitchen. Dishwasher. Ukrainian people don't like a dishwasher. I'm guaranteed it's the same in Russia. What's the story here? Dishwasher.
I don't use
I
this.
have a dishwasher, but I never use it.
That's why don't you use it? I mean, you're the first person I met that has a dishwasher. Why don't you use it?
I don't have a lot of
Dishes.
a lot of play. А как посуда, в общем?
Plates?
Dishes.
Dishes.
Dishes, yes.
Dishes or plates, you can say.
Да, yes.
Mary?
One cup, one fork, one plate.
Simple for me to it's like wash it. Yes, или как?
Wash up. Wash it up.
In the water of tap. Yes.
On the top.
On the
With
tap.
your hand. One dish you can do
Handmade.
with your hand.
Handmade wash up.
In the shower. Jerry, are you there? What do you think of a dishwasher? I know a lot of Ukrainian people, they have it. If they go to America, they have it built in, but they don't use it. What do you think about dishwashers? Maybe Mary doesn't have one, no?
I have dishwasher, but it's but this dishwasher it's cool for women and men because it's занимает меньше времени, как это?
Take less time.
You spend
Yes, what?
А как поменьше, кстати?
Less time.
Less of time.
What less time?
Less
Yes,
time.
no?
Less time.
Less time.
I don't think they clean the dishes properly. That's my opinion. Girls, Tana, what do you think? You know, this is not my little thing here. What do you think? Do you agree?
I think I like to wash dishes. It's like one of my hobby horses. It's kind of my relaxation. Yes.
Washing dishes?
Yes, I can listen to the music and I am enjoying the process. So I don't admit dishwashers.
Yeah, you know, no, I have to wash the dishes. You know, like I don't like this job. I need to hire somebody. It's not good. Not good. I see, I'm lazy. You know, coming from North America, we've become very lazy. And this is a big problem. People don't wash dishes. They just put it in a machine and it does it for them. I'm waiting for the device that washes people. The scrubologist. Oh, here's a good one. Disposable diaper. Who remember, when did Huggies come out? Please don't say 1991.
I
Huggies.
remember my daughter was born in 1890, and we were in Germany that time. Wait, 1999.
1999, yeah. I thought you said 1890. That's a long time ago.
Wait a bit. Don't confuse me. 1989.
1989.
Yeah.
So she's in her 20s.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were in Germany, and it's first time when I saw diapers there.
What did you think? Big white thing. Looked like a big marshmallow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What did they use before that? I forget. What did they use back in the day in Ukraine and Russia, Belarus? What did they use in those countries?
Clothes.
Oh.
Yes.
No Huggies, no Pampers. I remember all the commercials back in the day. I'm a big kid now. Look what I can do. So, yeah, it was interesting. You know what I don't like, though? They have these pools, you know, where people can swim. And they get their kid with the diaper that goes in the pool. I don't like this. I'm not going in that water. I don't care how much chlorine you put. I'm not going in that water. And that's, I don't think kids should be going in the pool with their diaper on.
I never saw babies in diapers in a swimming pool.
You got it? Have you been into America yet? There you go. So that's it. And oh yeah, I forgot who made disposable diapers. Mr. Pampers, Mr.
Huggins.
Mr. Huggies. Hey, Mr. Huggies, that would be a name. No. It was Marion Donovan. And what does it say about Marion Donovan? Marion Donovan was a young mother in the post-war baby boom era. She came from a family of inventors and inherited the inventing gene. So she was unhappy with the leaky closet diapers that had to be washed. She first invented a boater, plastic covering for clothes. So I guess she was an angry mother, and she said, "Ta-da! I'm gonna make the Pampers or the diapers." She helped a lot of mothers. I'll say that. What about the car windshield wipers?
Car windshield.
You know, they go like on to get the water on the car, back and forth.
Yeah.
Dvornik.
Now, on the Soviet vehicles, did they have those or not?
Yes.
What do you say? Wipers?
Wipers, windshield wipers.
Yes.
Dvornik.
Mm-hmm.
So I think on the Soviet cars they had these, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they had.
I mean, think about what they would do. When was it invented? Mary Anderson, so a woman invented this, was granted to her patent for window cleaning service in 1903. Her invention could clean snow, rain, or sleet. I don't know what sleet is. It might be like hard water from a windshield by using a handle inside the car. So think about it. What would happen if we never had a windshield on a car? What could happen?
A lot of crashes maybe can happen.
Well, there's lots of crashes now, but you know, other reasons. So, hey, every time it rains, everyone has to put them on, except the marshrutka bus driver. That guy, he drives in the rain. Nastanovia, пожалуйста. Thank you.
How could we translate marshrutka in English?
Oh, yeah. In Canada, how do you call marshrutka?
We don't have marshrutka.
No.
Autobus, is like big, like big bus. Right?
Minibus?
Minibus, maybe.
Minibus.
The first time I saw a marshrutka bus, I thought it was from Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox.
Maybe it's the first time you bent so low. Bend, because you need to bend.
Bend?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Bend left, bend right.
Oh yeah, it's like a Need for Speed. I feel like I'm in a movie, you know, like an action thriller, right? You know, you're Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. You're on a Mashutka bus. Let's see how long you last. The first time I saw a Mashutka bus, I thought it was from the Soviet era because it looked old. But my wife said, no. In the Soviet era, they had other type of buses. So this was new for me. I was scared to go on at first. It was something very strange. So there's my experience. Anyways, any questions for me, Mikhailo here, Mike here? Is there any questions? Does anyone have any questions for me?
Have you ever seen Marshutka with 25 person instead of 13?
All the time. I feel like a McDonald's Big Mac. I think it's a safety issue. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, you know, I wish I went through a little bit more Canadian vendors. You have to do that on your own because there are a lot of Canadian inventions. I don't know, maybe Alexander Graham Bell was one of maybe the greatest, because without him, we would probably not have a cell phone today. You know, that's a main communication tool that we use with their voices. So, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If you want to see more of my lessons, please look through the schedule. I'll be adding more lessons soon on various topics, and I'll see everyone next time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
For now. Go Probochka.
Time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.